Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the film Host. I've done a reaction to the film. I will leave the link down below so you can check that out. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel if it's your kind of thing, and drop some comments in the comment section below if you can think of any other films you'd like me to review, take a look at, or react to. Right, to begin with, Host is a 2020 film. It's directed by Rob Savage. It's his directorial debut, and I'm fairly sure the idea came from he had a Zoom call with some of his friends and he started having a bit of a muck about during the call, and the video got put online, went a bit viral, and then the guys from Shudder got hold of him and said, do you think you'd be able to do this on a larger scale? And he was like, yeah, of course I can do this on a larger scale. So this is where we got to. So the premise of the film is a group of friends get together on a Zoom call, and instead of quizzing like everybody else has been doing over the lockdown, they have a seance instead. They get a specialist in. However, stuff starts going a little bit wrong. Things go a bit askew, shall we say, and that's basically the nuts and bolts of the film. Now, the film is a found footage film, and with that you get exactly what you'd expect from any of the other generic found footage films. There's jump scares, people being dragged across the floor, cupboards opening, strange noises, all that sort of stuff. However, this all takes place kind of in real time, which makes it a lot more fun. Whereas stuff like Blair Witch and Paranormal Activity, they were found footage, but they went over quite a long span of time, like a few days or few weeks or whatever. This is all very much one kind of shot. And with it being set in real time, the whole film runs in just under an hour, which is kind of like the trend for what we're having at the minute with the streaming services. You'll see some TV series that are episodic, and one episode will be an hour long. The next episode the next week will only be maybe 40 minutes long or 30 minutes long, and they take whatever time they need to create the story arc that they need for that episode. It's not limited to any kind of time. I do think that's quite a good thing with this, but with it only being 56 minutes long, if I saw this at the cinema, would I be happy paying 15 quid to do that? No, I don't think I will. But then again, I don't think I'd have comfortably sat down for 4 hours and watched the Snyder cut. Now, I do think that this film works better on a streaming service like Shudder, which is where I watch this, because it is just that length of time. I'm paying a monthly subscription where I'm getting all these other films on top of this. And I don't think that this kind of film going over its allotted time would be any better. I think it could get a little bit tedious. So was the film any good then? Well, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I expected to. Then again, I really enjoyed Blair Witch when that came out. And then I enjoyed Paranormal Activity when that came out. I wasn't too keen on any of the sequels, but I like the fact that between Blair Witch and Paranormal Activity there was kind of like a 10-year gap, maybe a little bit more, and then Paranormal Activity to this, there's about another 10-year gap. Around 2014 there was Unfriended, that had a sequel as well, which is Dark Web, and there's obvious comparisons between this and those. The acting in the film was spot on. You could tell that there was proper bonding between the characters. They felt like friends that had known each other for years. The characters were likeable, the ones that needed to be likeable. There were some strange decisions. For example, if you're being chased by an entity around your house, you're probably not going to pick up your laptop and run around to record it to show everybody else on your Zoom call. But that sort of thing happens in any kind of found footage film. There's also a point in the film, I'm trying to stay away from spoilers in this review, but there was a point in the film where everything seemed to be resolved, and instead of just reporting on what had gone on, because if you found out that there's life after death and poltergeists and ghosts and seances work, you'd want to tell somebody. You wouldn't be going, oh well, let's just go to bed, let's just crack on. You'd obviously do something about it. If you're into horror films, whether they're found footage or not, this is definitely one that I would recommend. It's not going to blow your mind. There's nothing new in it. It does everything that a found footage film does. You know exactly what you're going to get, but it's all done really well. It's not done in a shoddy kind of way. It's going to be an hour out of your time. I do feel that this is the found footage film for our time. And who knows, in 5 years, or maybe even 10 years time, there'll be another found footage film done in a completely different way, which will refresh the genre. Now, rating this film, I'll give this a solid 7 out of 10. Like I said, you get exactly what you'd expect to get, but it's done really well. Give it a watch, guys. It's on Shudder, so check that out. You can get a 7-day free trial if you haven't got Shudder already, and there's so many other films on there. It's definitely worth looking into. Right, that's it for my review. Drop us a comment if you can think of anything you'd like me to review after this, and give me some constructive feedback. Thanks so much, guys.